Hey there, collective. It's your girl, Brittany Turner, aka J La Soleil. Welcome back to my channel, Akashic Rhapsody. First and foremost, I want to thank all of my subscribers, all 445 of you, for sticking around and continuing to stick around with me as I took my very long hiatus, which, looking at my very last video that I posted, it's been about 2 years since I've spoken with y'all. I won't say that I apologize, as I needed to step away for personal reasons, which I'm not going to go into detail about what those reasons were, but just know that hopefully that cycle has come to an end, and I'm in a better place now. I definitely am in a better place, and something has just been pulling at my spirit, my heartstrings, to tell me to, it's Brittany, it's time for you to jump back into this and do what it is that you love doing the most, which is making content. Hopefully it helps someone, even if it's one person. I just love to utilize the skill sets that I have to hopefully be a light to someone else, to uplift the collective, to uplift your spirits, to speak life into you. That's what I feel like my purpose here is on this earth. And I actually had to step away to fully realize that. And also, when I tell you guys that life has done a number on you, girl, it really has. If you can't tell, you can just look into my eyes and you can see it. Been through some shit, but I think the worst of it is over, and all about the trials and tribulations. Iron sharp as iron. It's a good way to help a person grow and ascend higher, and just their learning experiences, right? Yeah, I didn't really have a whole lot prepared in terms of what I wanted to talk with you guys about today. I just wanted to pop back on, say hello, say that I'm coming back slowly. Please bear with me. Thank you for your patience. It has definitely been a while, and I had to relearn all the things that I used to do, which used to be clockwork for me back when I was posting regularly. So I think that overall, in terms of general direction for my channel, I'm going to continue to do some of the things that I did in the past, but I'm going to try to switch it up a little bit. And definitely, I think the overall theme that I'm heading towards is being more of my authentic self, just showcasing more of who I am, what I believe in, and just speaking my mind. And like I said, I hope that it resonates with someone else. You'll come and you'll vibe with me. I definitely am in a position where I would love to attract more of my soul tribe, those who are like me, think like me, resonate on that sort of spiritual level. But the only way that I'm going to continue to find those folks is to create the content, post it, hope for the best. It's not going to create itself, right? That's one of the things I kept telling myself when I was just sitting there, just overwhelmed and thinking about, do I get back on here? What do I say to the people? What do I do next? What do I even post? It's been so long. Do I even remember how to do this thing? And the spirit's just telling me, Brittany, either put up or shut up. Just go ahead and do it. Just do it. Let it go. That's if I were to give you any message today in this video, it would be, I keep hearing that song from Frozen, Let It Go. The cold didn't bother me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. She's basically singing, the character singing about how she has been confining herself in this prison, locked up in her castle, trying to hide her talents, her gifts from the world out of fear that she's going to hurt somebody with them. Her powers are going to be too overwhelming. People are going to hate her. People are going to demonize her. She was made to feel small, to dim her light, to hide herself away by the folks closest to her, her family, in order to basically not just protect herself, but protect those on the outside world, especially since what happened in the incident with her and her sister Anna. But that song basically, what that song is trying to get at is that a person can only confine themselves and who they truly are and what they have to offer to the world for so long before it becomes just, it becomes so consuming and overwhelming to hide that it just, eventually you're going to crack, you're going to burst. The cat's out of the bag. Something's going to happen and people are going to notice what you've been hiding for so long, which is exactly what happened to Elsa. I'm kind of in the same boat. I suspect that there might be somebody in my collective who's going through the same thing, and Spirit's just saying that, I understand it's hard to be authentic because there's a lot of fear around being 100% your true, real self, especially if you come with a lot of originality, a lot of ideas, a lot of criteria. The biggest fears that you're going to face are, I'm afraid to put myself out there because I don't want my ideas stolen. I don't want people taking credit for my work. I don't want people seeing and hearing what I'm saying and not taking it to heart. I'm afraid that if I put the wrong thing out there, someone's going to demonize me, or folks are going to turn away from me, or the people who I've held closest aren't going to understand, and I might lose them. I might lose somebody. I might lose something. All valid risks, right? Or let's just say you put yourself out there, you put a creation out there, and it blows up, it goes viral, and next thing you know, you got all eyes on you, all of what you didn't have before, which was the public eye, public scrutiny, criticism, lack of privacy. All these things just kind of come at you at once. And also like mass visibility, ability to influence, all these things kind of come out of nowhere. And now it's like there's a fear around, oh my God, now everybody's looking at me. Everybody's paying attention. How do I make this last? How do I maintain it? Where do I go from here? You never know what could happen. And there's always going to be naysayers, right? There's always going to be people that look at what you do, what you don't do, what you say, and say, oh, you should have done it this way. You should have done it better. You shouldn't be doing it, or you're wrong, right? And all that to say is it comes with the territory. Just be prepared to defend yourself and your stance. And sometimes, have enough discernment to know when it makes sense to debate or argue with someone and when it doesn't. You just take what people say with a grain of salt, but it shouldn't stop you from doing what you do or what you're being called to do. If you're called to be a public speaker, to use your voice, to write that book, get it out there, to tell some truth, to, be an advocate for something, that's your calling, then do it. I mean, I would say the worst thing that can happen is you never do it. Time goes by, you blink, and then next thing you know, you're in a position where you might not even have the ability to do what it is that you want to do anymore. Because, let's be honest, time is the cruelest of masters. It literally waits for no one. It's undefeated, and it's one of those things that, unfortunately, you cannot get back. You can't buy more of it. And once it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about that. It's limited for all of us. No matter how many regimens we use, how many health serums, how many spiritual retreats and trips we go on, how many prayers we put up, what type of new technologies we try to invent to try to prolong or extend life and time. It's one of those things where you have a select amount of time and you can only do so much with it, right? And so I would say if you were to have a fear of looking back at all this time that just kind of went by in the blink of the eye that you could have been using towards letting your voice be heard, and looking back and realizing all that time is gone, wasted. You can't get it back. I could have been doing what I wanted to do, what I needed to do to at least put something out there. Who knows what could happen from there, but all I have to say is I feel that if you're like me, you're in my collective, you're somebody that is meant to have a strong voice. You have a powerful voice that's meant to be heard. You're not just meant to be seen, but to be heard. And it's time to get yourself out there. It's time to shine. It's time to show the world, those gifts, what you have to bring to the table, right? So, going back to let it go, and Elsa finally lets it go, lets all that fear and all those things that used to control her, hold her back. She let it go and she fully embraced who she was and allowed her powers to manifest and to do things that she never even thought that she could. And she understood at the time that she was doing it that she was alone. She might not have had anybody else, but like she said, the cold never bothered me anyway. Sometimes being truly authentic and original, being the blueprint, the foundation for something, you got to take a leap of faith. You got to get out there and do it solo. You're going to be doing a lot of things by yourself because, quite frankly, no one's done it before. You look around, there's no one else doing what you're doing, saying what you're saying, even attempting to think about pushing forward with that particular idea. It's scary for a lot of folks, but once you do it and it's done and it's out there, just think about all the possibilities, all the great positive things that can happen, but you'll never know unless you try. Forget the naysayers. Forget the doubters, the deceivers. Silence all of the negative doomsday ideas and thoughts you have in the back of your head. It's all lies. Focus on your craft and putting it out in the forum that you feel is going to really resonate with folks. Even like I said in the beginning of this video, even if it's just one person, that's one more person that you've helped, right? That's one more person that has been blessed and touched by your gifts, your artistry. Just do it. Let it go. Show the world who you really are. I'm hearing Angela Bassett's voice in my head when she was yelling at T'Challa when he's in the middle of his match with M'Baku. She says, show them who you are. It's time to show them who you are, collective. Just do it. Let the fear, the past, the trauma, all the things holding you back from just doing and trying and being your true self, let it go. Step out of the cage. Allow the Phoenix Force to rise up in you and just go for it. I support you. I'm here for you. All right, I'm going to leave it there for today. I plan to work on a few readings for you guys coming up here shortly. I'm excited about that. But until then, thank you for listening. Thank you for your patience. And I hope that 2026 is your year to thrive, be blessed, to shine, and above all, especially in the state of the world that we're in right now, I hope you find peace wherever you are. All right, until then, be blessed. Take care. Love you guys.